All right, welcome back again. This is lesson two. And in case you are here, this is Windows Basic and File Navigation. In case you are here, please make sure that you must have taken the first course under the module one, which is the Understanding Digital Empowerment, and it's important. And the first course is Basic Computer Hardware and Software Component. So this is lesson two, which is Windows Basic and File Navigation. So before we go into this, remember that lesson one, which is Basic Computer Hardware and Software Components, we spoke about the meaning of a computer. We spoke about the computer hardware, the software hardware, and the components, input devices, output devices. So welcome back to lesson two. This is Windows Basic and File Navigation, right? So understanding the operating system. So you can't talk about Windows without going back to what an operating system is. So an operating system manages the hardware and software, enabling the user to interact easily with their computer. Remember in lesson one, when we talk about the hardware and software, we talked about the motherboard and some other few components. So the ability for your keyboard, for example, which is an input device, to interact with the software, they have to be an operating system that will make this possible, right? So operating system manage the hardware and the software, enabling users to interact easily with their computers. So now, what is window interface? Now, window interface is designed as a user-friendly operating system that makes it accessible for all users of all levels, right? So it's a layout that feature elements like start menu, taskbar, allow users navigation, easy navigation, and management of application and files. Users can interact seamlessly with their environment, utilize drag and drop functionality, quick access features, simplify interface aim to enhance productivity and ensure users can efficiently find and organize their file and application. So for us to really understand this, I'm going to close this slide now so that I can show you what this means. So I'm going to go ahead and open a new desktop. So this is what an interface. This is the desktop, right? Remember, Windows interface is spoke about drag and drop. So I can move this folder here, move this here. I can open a folder, right? I can open a folder. I can switch in behind, like between folders, desktop, download, document, pictures, and etc. I can go back to what is it called? Okay, this PC, right? This, I can open my local disk, move around folders. What is responsible for doing this is the operating system, right? So we have different operating system. We have Windows, right? We have, which is very, very much popular, right? We have Linux, those that are doing Kali Linux. We have those that are doing what's it called now? If you want to go into cyber security, server management, those are kind of recommended for you. But basically, most of us use Windows, right? Because it's kind of easy and simplified form. We also have a whole lot of operating system, right? So this is, and even in the Windows, we have Windows 7, we have Windows 8, we have Windows 10, we have Windows 11. So it depends on the one that your computer currently has. So this is what it looks like having a Windows interface. This is called the desktop. So everything you are seeing here, the files, the application, all these things is possible because there is an operating system that is simplifying everything for me. So let's go back to our slide. Okay, that is understanding Windows interface. Right. So yes, so icons, you can see icon represent the application and files on desktop. So icon, for example, we can say icon can be in form of a logo, right? So you can see here, let's go back to this. So this new desktop. So whenever you see this, you know that these are icons. This is Google Chrome. You can see these icons. So whenever you see this icon, you know that, okay, this is an application. This is Facebook. Then folder, whenever you see something like this, represent a folder, right? So all these are folders, all these are folders. Folders are always in this shape. Yes, this yellow stuff here. Depending on the iOS, sorry, not iOS. Now iOS is for phone. On the, what's it called, Windows that you are using, operating system that you are using. So Windows 7 may vary from Windows 8, and Windows 8 may vary from Windows 10. So these are icons, right? So that's that for an icon. So going back to this is a taskbar, right? The taskbar provide quick access to application and settings, and we have the start menu. Start menu allow easy navigation to progress and settings. So most times you always have this start menu as a button, depending on the laptop or the desktop that you are using, right? So Windows Explorer is the gateway to efficient file management. So Windows Explorer is essential for navigating files, folder, providing tools to manage your digital workspace effectively, just as I have done and illustrated in the order. So understanding files and folders in Windows. So files and folders are essential components that help you organize and manage your digital content efficiently. For example, if you are, let's say you are creating a logo, let's say maybe the purpose why you are taking this course is to become a graphics designer, right? A graphic designer. Let's say you have a client called Mr. A. Now, how do you do this? Let's say you want to create a folder for Mr. A. I'm using a shortcut, control, that's Shift N to create a folder. So let's create one, Mr. A. So there are multiple ways how you can create a folder. It's either you are using the shortcut control Shift N, right, to automatically create a folder for you, or let me delete that, or you right click on an open space. That means if you are creating on desktop, then you go to new, then new, you can create your folder. This is basically for beginners, but if you are intermediate and you're a pro, I believe that shortcut will work faster for you with control Shift N. So this, now you can create a folder called Mr. A, right? So maybe you have another client. Most people don't like creating folders on their desktop though, so most people create on their document, or maybe a document, maybe a picture, depend on the one that works for you. Maybe you don't want to leave your desktop scattered like that. So let's say you have another client called Mr. B, right? So with this, now everything that comes here belongs to Mr. A, everything that comes here belongs to Mr. B. So this is how to organize your folder. So you can have files inside. Your files can be either PDF, either JPEG, either PNG. It depends on what you're working on. I believe that as we continue in these courses, you'll be able to understand better on how to save your file. So efficient file management, searching and sorting of file. So every Windows, especially for the latest Windows, they have a search button, right? So let me show you how that works. So let me go back to that desktop. Remember, I'm trying to navigate so that I can be showing you the practical part of it while I'm also going through the slides. So this is search, right? So let's say I have an app called which one are we going to use now? Let's say Facebook. So let me search for Facebook. You can see that immediately I type in face, the app is already showing. So this can help you speed up your daily tasks. So you can search for all your files here, your softwares here, and everything that maybe is inside your system, your laptop or computer, anyone you're using. So searching and sorting of file, using search can enhance your productivity and file management seamless. So yes, conclusion and recap. Master Windows navigation today. Recap the essential Windows basic and file navigation skill, then encouraging practice one. So now this is to say, let me show us something. So let's say you can continue to have, let's say, remember we created a folder for Mr. A and created another one for Mr. B. So let's say Mr. A, I'm creating both logo and remember I said graphic designer, right? So Mr. A, I'm creating both logo and flyer for Mr. A. So I've already opened the logo Mr. A. So I can continue to create another folder instead of Mr. A and name it logo. Remember, I'm creating logo for him and flyer. So all this thing now, even if I have to transfer the files, right? So let's close this tab. So whenever I open Mr. A, so I'll see another folder, flyer, and I'll see a folder, logo. So this help you organize, this help your personal computer to be organized. Your file is properly arranged. You don't have to be very scattered, saving files anywhere you like. So as a graphic designer, if I create logo for Mr. A, I save it here, right? Okay, let's practicalize that. So let's say we have the logo for OA Tech Hub now. So let's say this is the logo. So I'm done creating the logo. So let me organize it. Let's say Mr. A now is the OA Tech Hub. So yes, I've created the logo. So I copy the file here, right? So this is the logo. So whenever I open the logo document, you see the logo. If there is a flyer for Mr. A, you also create and copy here. So this helps your computer to be really organized without being rough, which is very important, because if you are being employed in a company, they expect you to be accountable. And let's say it's not just you that is using the computer, you have multiple people that is using the computer. It's essential that you keep your files moderate, clean, right? So that in case of anything, you can easily transfer. You don't want to transfer the work from you to another person to be easy and seamless, and everybody will be on the same page and understand. So thank you so much for watching lesson 2. I believe that with this, you must have a basic understanding of how this thing go. So see you in the next one.